when I first met you 6.5 years ago in Adam's garage in Davis, where our band was practicing, I remember being nearly blinded because truthfully, I had never seen anything so beautiful and so bright. You truly are the light of my life. I notice even when we come really close to each other's faces. Every time I look really closely in your eyes, I see this bright sparkle, and it lights me up like it's the light of the heavenly angel. I've never met anyone that could make me feel the way that you do. And there are so many countless things that I admire about you. Your thoughtfulness, your creativity, your honesty, your sense of humor, and of course, your vibrant beauty. But most importantly, being with you makes me feel whole in a way that I've never known. You've taught me how to grow up, but at the same time you show me how to stay young at heart. You've taught me how to love and care for myself, but at the same time you show me how to be truly conscientious of others. Even whenever my hands are cold, somehow your hands are always able to warm mine up. And even though life itself can be a very scary thing at times, I don't ever feel afraid when I'm with you. So all I can say is, I will dedicate the rest of my days to making you feel just as amazing as you have made me feel all these years. I love you now and I love you forever.
Yeah, ready?
Okay. Steve? Hello?
It's working.
Okay. Steve, if I had to describe our relationship, I could only do so through referencing 3 defining moments. The first moment came when I first saw you. It was like a burst of light, and I felt a warmth, familiarity, and comfort that I hadn't ever experienced so instantly with another person before. It was as if my soul already knew you. At that moment, I knew that I was already in love with you. The second moment came when we were driving down the 101 together, talking about life as we always did. And I turned to you and asked how you could look at this world with all of its violence, loss, and cruelty, and truly believe that there is a God watching over us. And you turned to me and replied, how could you look at this same world with all of this natural beauty and believe that there wasn't? And that was the moment I knew that I not only loved you, but that I needed you. Steve, you make me believe in us and in love at first sight because of moments like these. But these moments were only the beginning. They only scratched the surface of how important you are to my life. This brings us to this moment right now, our third defining moment. Our journey here wasn't always perfect. We are unconventional and we do things backwards sometimes, but what has gotten us here today is the fact that we understand each other, we love and accept each other, and we work through our issues. And it is a lot of work sometimes, a lot of work. But I've learned that anything that is worth something in this life requires a lot of hard work. So babe, I am ready to embark on this journey with you. And I am prepared to work just as hard because what we have is special. And I wouldn't want anything less for our lives. I love you.
The wedding ring is a circle symbolizing the sun, the earth, and the universe. It is a symbol of wholeness, perfection, and peace. As both of you enter into the circle of your shared love, May you be blessed through your devotion to this union. May your journey as husband and wife be filled with love, peace, and joy. Stephen, will you take this ring and place it on Catt's finger? And as you do, repeat after me these words. With this ring, I give you my heart.
I give you my heart.
I promise from this day forward, you shall not walk alone.
You shall not walk alone.
May my heart be your shelter,
May my heart be your shelter,
and my arms be your home.
and my arms be your home.
Catherine, will you take Stephen's ring and place it upon his finger? And as you do, repeat after me these words. With this ring, I give you my heart.
I give you my heart.
I promise from this day forward,
I promise from this day forward,
you shall not walk alone.
you shall not walk alone.
May my heart be your shelter,
May my heart be your shelter,
and my arms be your home.
and my arms be your home.
Catherine, do you take Stephen to be your lawfully wedded husband to love and cherish from this day forward?
I do.
Stephen, do you take Catherine to be your lawfully wedded wife to love and cherish from this day forward?
I do.
Catherine and Stephen, our best wishes go forward from this day with you. We wish for you a fulfilling life, rich in caring and in happiness. We wish for you a gentle and peaceful life that nurtures and comforts you. We wish for you a noble life which reflects your honesty, kindness, and integrity. Catherine and Stephen, there's a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing life ahead of you. Live it fully, love its changes and choices. Let life amaze the both of you and bring you great joy. And now, by the power vested in me by the state of California, is my great blessing and pleasure to announce you husband and wife. You may now kiss as husband and wife for the first time.
When Catt first brought Steve home and introduced him as her new boyfriend, my first impression was, who is this tall, goofy guy who talks like a California surfer dude? After getting to know him, I could see why Catt had nicknamed him the BFG, which stands for Big Friendly Giant. I can't think of a more accurate description for Steve, who is one of the nicest and tallest people I know. Since Catt has been with Steve, I've never seen her happier. Even though they've been together for over 6 years and are no longer in a long-distance relationship, when they're apart for a day or two, they'll still call each other and talk on the phone as if it's been forever or it's been months since they've talked. I'm pretty sure that after making it through years of long distance, they can now get through everything. And as I've gotten to know Steve, he feels like the brother I never had. He already feels like part of the family. He's come on family vacations and road trips, and I even helped him with his proposal when we were all in Hawaii together. So Catt, if you didn't know, I orchestrated that whole thing. You're welcome. And Steve, even though you probably think you know Catt really well at this point, I've known her for 19 years longer than you have, so there are a few things you should keep in mind when you're married. Number one, Catt is really stubborn. Seriously, she is the most stubborn person I know. When she was 12, she decided to become a vegetarian, and I told her she wouldn't last more than a week. Now, 14 years later, she's still a vegetarian, which I'm pretty sure is because she doesn't want me to be right. Number 2, Catt is really clumsy. In high school, we went on a 3-day cruise together to Mexico, and somehow, on the very first day of the trip, she managed to stab herself in the eye with a metal headband and had to wear an eye patch like a pirate the rest of the trip. So Steve, please make sure she doesn't hurt herself. And lastly, here's some unqualified marriage advice found on the internet. Make sure you tell Catt the 3 special words that every girl needs to hear every day. You are right. Whenever you're wrong, just admit it, and whenever you're right, say nothing. But seriously, I love you both very much. I wish you the best of luck. So, cheers to Catt and Steve.
My name is Shane, and I am Stephen's brother. And I find myself standing here at my little brother's wedding. Wait a minute. I suppose it's been a long time since I could really call him my little brother. However, it's not just a change in his physical appearance. This wedding actually happening is proof that Steve is now a mature male individual. In other words, what's that word for it? Oh yeah, Stephen is a man. And it's great timing too. Being in a successful marriage requires a fair amount of maturity and level-headed thinking. I don't quite remember Steve always being this mature and detail-oriented. When Steve was a young child, between about 3 and 4 years old, he had this amazing interest in sports and sports cars. He could memorize every player's stats and avidly collected baseball and basketball cards. He would often immortalize his heroes by drawing their picture. Steve was a great artist, and he would make very accurate and detailed drawings of the bodies of the athletes just posed for action, except for one minor detail. Somehow, the players' heads rarely materialized on their shoulders. As the drawings piled up, we saw a pattern was emerging. Anyway, Catt has been an amazing positive influence on Steve. She's smart, dedicated, and hardworking. Moreover, she has helped teach Steve discipline, reminding him gently, "Honey, don't you want to draw the head on Michael Jordan before you finish your drawing?" MJ's cranium aside, as you've heard, Steve and Catt have been through a lot together, including some successful relationship at a distance action, as Catt trained for her career as a nurse at UCLA, and even before when she was finishing college. Her fellow students and close friends made a positive impact on Steve, who saw how dedicated and goal-oriented they were, and learned from it. My brother has always been a super smart guy, and he took this as an opportunity to deeply apply himself, finish college, and launch his career in tech recruiting. The level of responsibility and dedication is a clear indication that he's ready to be a good husband. But to put it this way, it might make a wedding and the subsequent marriage sound like a lot of responsibility and a life-changing event. And is it? Well, yeah, in a way. You have to do all those things you said you were going to do in the beautiful vows. But for Catt and Stephen, and the rest of that rare subset of people who found a harmonious and as humanly perfect as possible union, marriage just gets better and better, the bond stronger and stronger. Now, during the evolution of Steve and Catt's relationship, I've been an occasional observer of their behavior as a couple. What has astounded me from the very beginning has been, and I apologize in some ways for saying this, Catt, is how much their core similarity there is between Catt and Steve. They are both deeply caring and empathic individuals who have both developed a core ethic of consideration and looking out not only for their friends and family, but for one another. This is a big part of what has endeared so many people to this couple. I look around and we're surrounded by their family and close friends who are all here because Catt and Steve have had a positive impact on them, and they wanted to be here to show their support for the newlywed couple. I have to thank Carol and William, as well as Jim, Wendy, and Mark for their hard work in helping the couple get to where they are today. there is little that is more important than family. And it's great to be gaining more members of that group with the help of this newly wedded couple. I just realized last night for the first time that I'm going to have a sister. Although it's probably a little too late for you to have any positive effect on my maturation process. So I love you both, good luck, and God bless you. Let's raise our glasses, toast to the couple.
What's up, everybody? So, just want to say, we love every single one of you guys. It's the reason why we want you guys out here tonight. And I'm sure Catt and I probably could have done like some crazy secret elope in Las Vegas somewhere if we wanted to. But just having you guys here tonight is what really makes it special to us. And so, and I know you guys had to come all the way out here in Carmel. I know nobody lives out near Carmel. And on a Sunday night, no less. And so, I just want, we just want to say we love you guys, man. We're absolutely happy to have you guys here, and the fact you guys were able to come out makes it special to us. We love you guys.
Pretty much everything that you could say. And we can't express how thankful we are to have everyone here with us tonight, and with us, and also with us in spirit. And yeah, we just want everyone to have a drink and eat and have the best time and celebrate with us. That's it.